ABC mean to you?
Okay. ABC, aside from just the acronym, really means that there's a unified effort amongst students of African descent within our college campuses and through many levels of education and professional life that are wanting to come together and affect change together. Something that's been very controversial, it's been much contested in history, and I think it's been one of the most dangerous forms of organization amongst many of our communities of color. But I think that it shows that we as youth are taking a bold stance against a lot of the sort of like conservative attacks on our community when it comes to wanting to unify and organize around issues that affect us.
How are you involved in ABC?
Well, currently I'm the chair of the African Student Union at UCLA, and so a lot of times when we make contact with other chairs, other organizers on the different college campuses and even high school campuses that also want to take part in sort of like what we're developing during the ABC conference, and also conferences like the one that we're at today, the Students of Color Conference. It's really just a matter of making sure that whatever our agenda is at the time, whatever the priorities of our students are at the time, that we make sure that we make it very clear that those are also the priorities and concerns and passions of students across the country and around the world. And so if anything, from my position, I'm really trying to open up a dialogue and make sure that on our campus enough people really are valuing that time when we come together and build as a community as students of African descent.
Where would you like to see ABC in 100 years from now?
100 years from now, I definitely would like to see, rather than just having breakout caucuses for universities and things like that, I'd like to see sort of like a national conference. I'd like to see, should I continue? So I'd definitely like to see a national conference, something that is able to incorporate sort of like the specific efforts and struggles of students across different states, but then also students that are from universities around the world. I'd like to see it, whether it's through travel, through teleconference, through anything, but where we're dialoguing with students. Like for instance, one case that's been really inspirational to us here at UCLA are the young students that are in the Niger Delta that have organized small numbers, 20 and 30, and have shut down entire oil hubs, without guns, without anything like that, and just seeing that our people are still rising up around the world, that's powerful. I think a lot of times we spend too much time thinking that we're powerless, and I think that by making that connection nationally and internationally, we'll come to know the power that we do have. I think that's completely feasible within 100 years and even within the next 10 years to make that connection.
What would you like to see at the next ABC conference at UCM?
Honestly, I think I know that it's going to be at Merced, right? Is it going to be at Merced this time, I believe? Right? Whenever I saw the conference happening in a big city, I saw that there was a likeliness for students to want to venture outside of the campus, and I think with this next one coming up, I'd like to see, since it is in Merced, there's not as many things, it's not a big city like LA or any of the other ones. I'd like to see us really stay there, build, and bond. I think those personal relationships are something that will last beyond any sort of organizational structure or change, and that's something that will really tie our campuses together far beyond anything that we can sort of just draft up or do formally, business like. So I definitely like to see a lot more bonding. I hope to gain a lot more family this time around. Hopefully we can set up a system of communication to where we're not only communicating about this coalition and this conference, but about sort of like the day-to-day struggles that will kind of help us to move along in our respective agendas.